Let's raise the big questions then. From Election Commission to Enforcement Directorate, are institutions and central agencies being misused by the Modi government to target the opposition, as the opposition claims? Were the raids in Chhattisgarh, for example, timed to match the Congress's plenary session? Are the raids an embarrassment for Baghel? And of course, is this all going to play out? How is this going to play out politically? Sanju Verma is the BJP's spokesperson. Rohan Gupta is the Congress's spokesperson. Appreciate both of you joining us. Sanju Verma, to you first. Let's be very clear. You may have heard Priyanka Chaturvedi claiming that the EC is not a neutral body, that the order was written in the Home Minister's office. You've got the Congress now, Bhupesh Baghel, saying ED is being used to, in a way, browbeat the Congress. Somewhere do you concede that institutions, at least prima facie, appear from the external observer's point of view to be misused? The ED is hyperactive in Congress and opposition-ruled states, inactive and inert in BJP-ruled states.
You know, Rajdeep, Hindi mein there is a kahavat, Chityani bilki khamba noche. You know, when you don't get the grapes are rancid. I won't dignify Priyanka Chaturvedi's statement. You asked her some very pointed questions, and all I could see her doing was filibustering and engaging in whataboutery. She quoted Justice Ramana, and let me tell you, Justice Ramana, on the 27th of June 2022, clearly said, when Uddhav Thackeray said that please first give a judgment on the disqualification of those MLAs who have abandoned the Uddhav Thackeray camp and joined Eknath Shinde, and it is only then that I will be able to take a judgmental call politically and morally about the impending floor test on the floor of Maharashtra Assembly. And Justice Ramana clearly said that there is no precedent that the disqualification of MLAs has anything to do with a floor test. We know our job. You go ahead with a floor test. The judgment pertaining to disqualification of MLAs or otherwise will happen when it has to happen. I have this question to ask Rajdeep. Why is it that when Uddhav Thackeray knew that he had a pretty good chance of proving the majority on the 30th of June 2022, which was the date set by the Supreme Court, what does he do? Late afternoon on the 29th of June 2022, Uddhav Thackeray throws in the towel and says, I have resigned, submitting his letter to the then governor, Mr. Koshyari. No, let me finish. Which basically shows that here is the chief minister who did not even have the confidence to go for a floor test. Today he's whining, sulking, cursing the BJP, Amit Shah, Narendra Modi. I asked Uddhav Thackeray this. If you were so confident that you had a good case, if you knew that you had worked for the people of Maharashtra, why is it that you were so scared to take that floor test on 30th June 2022? In hindsight, you can blame the Enforcement Directorate, you can cast aspersions on the Election Commission, but that is a typical characteristic of people who are electorally
let me give you figures. Let me give you figures when it comes to Enforcement Directorate in particular. 95% of the cases of the Enforcement Directorate since 2014 have been seen to target the opposition leaders. That it is in opposition-ruled states that the Enforcement Directorate is there. Karnataka, there have been a list of several scams. Have you ever seen the ED going into Karnataka? Amit Shah goes to Meghalaya and says this is the most corrupt government in the country, a government which the BJP was part of. Have you heard of the Enforcement Directorate ever going to Meghalaya? Question, therefore, are they not legitimate questions to be asked, ma'am? If in states where the BJP is ruled, there is no Enforcement Directorate, but in states where the opposition is ruled, like today Chhattisgarh, the Enforcement Directorate is seen to be hyperactive.
You know, Rajdeep, thank you today for not interjecting me. We are having a very sane debate. You raised a very pertinent question. And I have this to say by way of a rebuttal. Why is it that nobody seems to understand that na khaunga na khane dunga is not just a platitude? You tell me. Should the ED not have investigated the National Herald scam? Isn't the BJP which dictated the Supreme Court in 2016 when the Gandhis went with folded hands, please watch the National Herald scam proceedings against us? What did the Supreme Court say? It said nothing doing. The proceedings will continue.
You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question, ma'am. Where is the ED in Karnataka? Where is it in Meghalaya? Where is it in states where the BJP is in power?
Arnab, sorry.
No,
sorry,
please don't call me
Rajdeep.
Arnab. You can call me a lot of things.
Sorry.
Please don't call me Arnab, but that's okay.
Sorry, that was an inadvertent slip.
Yeah,
I
but please,
apologize.
please answer. Please forget the slip. Answer my question. Where is the ED in
Let me ask you
Karnataka
one
where
thing.
there are a series of scams?
Please,
What is this? Khaunga ka khane dunga has to apply for all, not just for opposition.
क्वेश्चन पूछा है तो जवाब सुनिए ना.
भाई आप दे नहीं रही जवाब.
नहीं, you are asking me a question, something you want to put words into my mouth. आप नहीं decide करोगे ना मैं क्या जवाब दूंगी. You can agree or disagree, Rajdeep, right? You cannot put words into Sanju Verma's mouth. Now let me tell you one thing. Be it, the National Herald scam, be it in Maharashtra, the Patra Chowk scam. Priyanka Chaturvedi was saying Shri Sanjay Raut ji. I found it so laughable. 672 tenants had to be given new flats. And what does Sanjay Raut go and do? He goes and sells 910 crores worth of floor space index.
I am asking you again. Ma'am, I will ask you again. I have now decided now I am going to ask you a question. You cannot run away from it. The Home Minister of the country has gone to Meghalaya 2 days ago, said it's the most corrupt government in the country. Why is there no ED investigation in Meghalaya?
Can you please stop talking when I am talking?
No, ma'am, you are not answering my question. When you don't answer my question, I will continue to ask it.
Do you have the audacity now to listen to what I am saying?
You're not answering my question. Where's the ED?
Now I am answering your question. So, मान लेते हैं, Rajdeep Sardesai is very upset at the investigations against the Gandhis in the National Herald
I'm
scam.
not.
Rajdeep Sardesai believes Sanjay Raut is the incarnate of
No,
Raja Harishchandra.
not said that. Don't put words in my mouth now.
Rajdeep, now you listen to me.
I won't listen to you if you don't answer my question.
I'm answering now, please keep quiet, don't heckle me. There was a historic judgment on the 27th of July 2022, and I challenge you, Rajdeep Sardesai, to run foul of the Supreme Court to engage in contempt of court. The entire opposition went and pleaded, saying Enforcement Directorate has become a tool of the Modi government. What did the Supreme Court say? While the case is still pending adjudication, as of now, the Supreme Court categorically said that the Enforcement Directorate has the right to not give a FIR to the so-called culprit. The Enforcement Directorate has the right to conduct suo moto search and seizure operation.
Okay.
The
Producer, we have new rules now here.
Are you challenging the Supreme Court verdict?
Okay, I asked you about Karnataka, you talk about some other case. Now, producer, let's go. It cannot be a monopoly. Let's now go to Rohan Gupta. Rohan Gupta, you were the head of the social media team of the Congress. I hope that your line now can be heard. You got the line right. You should get your connections right. I want to ask you straight.
So my connection was right.
No, let's get it very clear. Well, let's get it very clear. There's a coal levy scam, sir. There is a coal levy scam in your state of Chhattisgarh. Now, when the EC chooses to investigate is up to the EC. The fact is that the EC claimed they have foolproof in a case based on a mail trail. Now, are you saying that the EC is not allowed to investigate in a Congress ruled state?
No, absolutely not. First of all, Rajdeep, I joined at 9 o'clock. Since you were running this Shiv Sena story, right. I was told that I will be connected back. So let me clarify that.
Okay.
Point number 2, it's not about EC or ED or anybody, going to Chhattisgarh and all. It's about the selective activities by ED. 5,412 cases by ED, and name one BJP leader or worker who has been interrogated or any action is taken against them by ED or CBI. Forget that. Narayan Rane, Yedurappa, Eshwarappa, Sumen Mitra, I'll list at least 100 such leaders where they joined BJP and the running cases, there has been no action. Assam CM, Hemanto, what happened? There were cases against him, and as soon as he joined BJP, the cases were, obviously there is no action after that. So the issue is these agencies are only made for the opposition leaders and opposition workers. Give me one name, not even a single name.
But that's because there are cases that make you vulnerable. That you have dark secrets in your cupboard and they are tumbling out.
So this is, खाऊंगा नहीं पर भाजपा को खाने दूंगा. This is the rule of BJP, Shiv Sena. Mr. Shinde, who is now their de facto CM, there were cases against him. As soon as he has become CM, no action against him. So this is not Sahiyog, Rajdeep. This is prayog of BJP on the democracy of India. They want to create the atmosphere of fear.
Sanju Verma, please. No, you cannot speak over his voice.
This is not the way.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I don't know what, this is really a bad habit of this spokesperson. She speaks in between. Why can't she listen for 5 minutes? At least there should be some manners.
Okay,
see,
please go ahead.
the issue here is very simple, that this is the atmosphere of fear which BJP wants to create across India by misusing these agencies so that nobody can dare to raise their voice. It's not about the politicians.
Okay, so you're saying it is the misuse of central agencies. Sanju Verma, I will ask you one last time a direct question. According to Rohan Gupta, it is not na khaunga na khane dunga, it is na khaunga na BJP, na khaunga lekin BJP ko khane dunga.
That dunga, BJP ko khane dunga.
Okay, the fact is Sanju Verma, all the cases that are listed out, I'll give you another example, less known. Pratap Sarnaik is a Shiv Sena leader from Maharashtra.
Okay, I know, you will only give
1 minute, man. No, you must listen now. No.
You will give examples.
Producer, bring the voice down. The fact is, there was an ED case against him. He reportedly went and wept in front of Mr. Amit Shah in his office and said, I am ready to do anything, switch sides, please get the ED off my back. Guess what? He has switched to the Eknath Shinde camp. All the ED cases against him have gone. ये public है, ये सब जानती है संजू वर्मा. अंदर क्या है, बाहर क्या है, सब पहचानती है. Now it is time you started getting real. What happened to Pratap Sarnaik? You have become a washing machine.
Now stop giving me a lecture.
You are a washing machine of India.
Lecture now, let's respond.
You are a washing machine of India.
You have the patience to listen. Please stop interjecting me and heckling me. I think you can do better than that.
Are you a washing machine?
I think Ravana Sardesai can do better than that.
Are you a washing machine?
Stop being a heckler. Thank you. You can do better than that.
Are you a washing machine?
Thank you. You can do better than being
Are you a washing machine? Are you a washing machine?
Hold your horses, Ravana Sardesai.
I will keep asking this question. Are you a washing machine?
आप एक कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता नहीं, एक
I am asking you a question, you are not answering it. Are you a washing machine?
Can I answer that?
Please.
Can I answer that?
Please.
Thank you. Now, Ravdeep, let me tell you. Has the Patra Chawl scam involving Sanjay Raut happened? Yes. The case is under trial. Have the Gandhis acquired 5,000 crore worth of assets reportedly by virtue of paying just a piddly 50 lakh rupees and have acquired 76% stake in Young Indians through which they control Associated Journal? Yes, the Supreme Court has refused to quash proceedings. Point number 3, has there been a coal scam under Abhishek Banerjee? The CBI and ED are probing it. Point number 4, if there is a case against Narendra Modi, why don't you go to the court? Ravdeep Sardesai knows this better than anybody else, that for 20 years, Prime Minister Modi had recently in June 2022, he faced every court, every single judicial,
I asked you about Pratap Sarnaik, Yediyurappa.
For the Gujarat riot, प्रधानमंत्री को 20 साल तक आपने डिमोनाइज किया, वो आपको बहुत सब चंगा थी, बस संजय राउत, राहुल गांधी, सोनिया गांधी के खिलाफ हम कुछ ना बोले, क्यों? तब कुछ चंगा नहीं थी.
Okay, you're not going to answer my question about a washing machine. I will leave it there. I will leave it there. Sanju Verma, Rohan Gupta, the problem with having party spokesperson is that they are simply unwilling to answer the straight, direct questions. And that's the pity. As I said, ये public है, ये सब जानती है. अंदर क्या है, बाहर क्या है, सब कुछ पहचानती है. Sanju Verma, Rohan Gupta, next time when you come on the show, please do answer the direct questions. I know that most anchors no longer ask you the questions, so you think you can get away with it. I will not allow you to get away with it anymore. So thank you both very much for joining me on the show.